Alright, and we are live. Sorry about that. See,
Good binding down from Morgana. Poke down on this Senna, but she will poke right back.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, 1-for-1 in bindings, unless she missed an early one that we didn't see.
Another binding.
Okay.
But it looks like the trade for Kent State actually worked out.
Yeah, Senna, can heal those back. So actually, sustained advantage goes to the Senna Jinx, but I still like the lane overall for Caitlyn Morgana. Junglers, if you notice, started. Let's see, Set went blue Gromp, Jarvan went blue to bot side. So both junglers, as far as I'm aware, remember we were late, started top and are now bot. So this shows a bot lane focus with push going to Caitlyn Morgana because of the Caitlyn push reliability.
Looks like Jarvan is sneaking in the bottom bush.
Yeah, good call. He's probably expecting a gank on the overextended bot lane, and here comes Set, so...
Some poke in the mid lane.
Yeah, but I think we're going to see a 3v3 in bot.
Yeah.
Here it is, Kapatai in pretty good position. The Senna snare
fighting all over the map.
It's Kapatai who ganks and wrecked with the counter gank.
Look
but
at
the
Wrecked.
focus is
See
Caitlyn.
the face breaker.
Flash, face breaker, follow up here from Conrex, tags with the W, first blood to the Senna.
Ooh.
Really nice play by Kent State there. The counter gank, I think Jarvan had the right idea looking for a counter gank, but then might have thought, okay, Set's not actually coming, I'll make the play. Set there waiting very patiently in the brush, in the river. That tells me possibly they were aware of the Jarvan
Flash
gank.
from Galio. Results in nothing. Sorry.
Flash for flash in the mid lane. But yeah, no kill. And we see lanes kind of shaking out. Farm relatively even other than the delivery man with the possible window to get a farm lead on Ezreal, who went down and spent both summoners. But also 3 flashes from Kent State it took to get Ezreal through flash and heal. So overall positive play, but it came at a cost. But you're happy if you're Kent State to knock that Caitlyn down.
Some good siege by Caitlyn Morgana.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll be able to get plates despite giving that early kill. The kill just goes to Senna. Not that it's no big deal, but I guess better than Jinx? I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out. But the bot lane is flashless for Kent State, so Jarvan may be rushing to get his 6 and punish that. We actually see Gangplank in a really nice position with the way the wave was, forcing Kled to recall here. Even interrupting and getting a bit of a farm lead. So Gangplank proving to be an effective blind pick here for Jhin.
Stopped another back.
Yep. Pretty frustrating if you're Kled, but at least the wave's coming back to you. I think he tried stopping it again, but was unable to. Looking to push and get a TP advantage here. So now, if Jhin can push this top wave here and get a free reset without getting all in by Kled, he will then have TP advantage because he will have the luxury of walking back to lane. Kled holding the wave, which forces GP to stay. So a bit of wave games going on in the top lane. But we do see an early Drake going to Kapatai and Boosted Animals Reborn. Possibly as the result of Caitlyn Morgana push, but I was more focused on top lane.
This Gangplank pick is working out very well for Jhin, it looks like, getting some poke down with the Q and still maintaining that CS lead.
Yeah, it's a good point, and he can poke Kled down and get that crash that I was talking about, so I don't think he threatened lethal here. Kled with a remount coming shortly. Jin opting to stick around when he could have possibly recalled by now, maybe getting that one more wave.
We see Set coming up through the
yeah.
jungle, hopefully to help him out.
Yeah, Hex Flash
But
coming.
GP does have ultimate. Let's see if we can do anything with it.
GP immediately ults, but I think the 2v1, hard to win. See if Set can finish with autos. I think Gangplank possibly gets turned by Kapatai here because Rekt looking for the kill, but the W will get the Gangplank and able to also walk away. So Star Poner looked like he maybe was going to go down really low HP. Jin with a good 1v2 effort, but at the end of the day, going down to Rekt with that nice W. And it looked for a second like Kapatai was going to be able to turn it in the 2v2 situation, but that was unable to happen.
Gold basically even still at 8 minutes or 30 minutes. 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm already getting the feeling of a really hype, really close series here. Like you mentioned, the gold dead even. This was not the case at 7 minutes in our first round game at all. So pretty even numbers here is get me pretty excited for a close and well-contested series.
Surprised this Galio hasn't tried to roam yet and use his ult.
Yeah, good point. Maybe blue buff will help him as we see him get that there from Rekt. Blue buff, now you can kind of spam your Q more. You'll have Corki soon, right?
Yeah.
Which means Corki will have to look for a recall, and then you can maybe roam, but... Oh, Ignite going down.
Trade.
He has Spellbook, so maybe just trying to put that on cooldown, but forcing Corki to back, which would be nice for things farm-wise.
He sniffed out that Set gank. Back off. Kenny also backing in the mid lane.
Yeah, we see Rekt starting up the Herald as GP presses up past River. Pretty interesting.
Second Drake not for another minute 45. Both teams might be posturing to get vision down and possible fight in that.
Yeah, as we see Star Poner getting a nice trade on Jin. Knows he has the safety of the Set here, who will take Herald and run it top. So after Rekt has that successful gank and kill on GP, revisiting
look at
now.
this. The Kleda ult.
Really
They're
nice.
looking for a gank on this Jin. Both ults expended, and the kill will go through to the Kled.
The Star Poner 12.
The Star Poner 12.
Get to know that name. This is a young freshman in college, and he's already D1, and he's actually an AD main. But
look at this delivery man going for a trade with Caitlyn, Ezreal.
Kate flashes and heals. If she were to die there, the spectator would have shown us, but she did have to flash and heal away, so both thumbs down there. And GP went down, which means Herald takes out first tower of the game.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that GPR will do much.
Yeah, so actually really great play out of Kent State here. Coming out early with Rekt on this set.
And Herald will
100%
even get a
KP.
second charge down.
Yeah, it doesn't mean too much if they can't get back there, but we'll have to see. But that first tower going down is a big deal, and we see both teams looking at this Drake here. Second Drake of the game, as first Ocean went over to Kapatai, so this is a pretty big deal to already have Ocean here in this early game. If you can go up 2 Drakes to 0, if you're BAR, then you can feel a bit better about the gold deficit you're in. So Kapatai posturing that way, we might see a scuffle break out as both top laners actually walk here.
Keep an eye out for this Corki package. Maybe very big in this fight.
Yeah, that's a great call. Something I'll have to keep an eye out for. Corki gets
going
engaged on.
in. Yeah.
Package is out. Star Poner maybe a bit deeper.
Yeah, well, that was a weird interaction, but he may be going down here.
Kapatai engaging on the set. Set W will be able to peel it off. Both teams sort of retreat.
Both just getting their poke down.
Keep an eye on Kenny. A possible flash taunt coming. As Caitlin's hitting traps, Kapitai goes in with 20% HP to lock him in the Cataclysm, but will immediately drop.
Oh, and the snipe from the Jinx rocket will take down the Caitlyn.
Delivery, man, with the snipe over the top, and this is actually huge in Kent State's favor.
And then we'll easily take this dragon.
Yeah, evening up the Drakes now. Inferno versus Ocean, but Kent State up 5 kills to 0 and up like 2,400 gold. Great start for them, but 2 of your kills are on set, which means he's going to have a really strong early to mid. And then 2 kills also shared between the bot laners, the Jinx.
They're looking
Senna.
for the mid.
Yeah, Jinx and Senna also.
Yeah, it was a
off to
big
start.
Jarvan Cataclysm, but there was just no follow-up after it. He was just exploded immediately.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he did go in at like 20% HP.
Mm-hmm.
But usually Jarvans don't mind dying if they can get a huge, massive Cataclysm. But the rest of the resulting fight didn't go the way Kapitai pictured it, I'm sure.
Looks like there's going to be a swap of the top and bottom lanes.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see that swap there without Herald being up.
It is up in 2 minutes, so they could be posturing for it, maybe looking for that, and then drop it. Maybe mid lane, open up that mid lane turret.
I just think it might be a bit early to put your duo lane, your Cape Morg, into the top lane without a turret there. So now they're in a long lane, which means if Set can get into that quadrant undetected, it'll be hard for them to walk past river or even up to river to farm. So having your duo lane in the long lane at this stage of the game, to me, seems a bit weird, but I'm sure there's some strategy behind it. And it probably has something to do with the Herald that you mentioned coming up here in about a minute 30.
Mm-hmm. Cheeky blue steal from Set.
Yeah, Rect appears to be all over the map here. But we still have the chill scaling of Gangplank and Corki. So will Jin and Hamlet be able to put this game on their backs in the late game?
It's possible. The Caitlyn is down 0-2, but is still even in CS, so she's still relevant in this game. Hamlet getting a 20 CS lead about.
Yeah, and then they're also able to take that top turret, so it looks like Worth sending your bot to top at this stage of the game. Only had Galio up there on wave clear duty, was a bit late, and Caitlyn and Morgana doing what they do well, and that's rotating on the map and taking turrets, and a Herald up in about 30, so...
I think Kent State's looking to take this tower.
Yeah, definitely, because they just saw 3 members top. They can go ahead and play up here. Bit of a trading game. And with Herald
do you think
up...
I'm about to say, you think the teams are going to fight for Herald? Or you think one team will give it up?
I think they're both looking at it, yeah. You see Red Side has pretty good vision of that. The 2 pinks there, one in the river, one in their own red quadrant. If Kent State can get rid of both of those and choke out the vision, I do think it will be an uphill battle for BAR to walk into this situation. But I do think both teams are looking at the Herald.
Mm-hmm. Dragon will be spawning in a minute 20 though, so one team can give up the Herald potentially just for the Dragon.
That's if the next minute happens without Herald going down, but I don't think Herald will be alive for another minute. As we see Kent State start, they didn't get rid of all division, but they do have control of the river, so Kapitai checking with E. He will soon find out that Herald is getting low. Ooh. Herald goes to Kent State, and we see Starponer with favorable trade on GP. He should be able to just orange that up. And as you mentioned, Drake is up next on the block. I don't think BAR will give this as easy as they gave Herald, and they're in the river now. So we'll have to see what sort of vision they can get down. Who can
And
get
it
this
is
crab?
Cloud
Oh,
Soul.
star opponent. That's actually a pretty big deal with Drake coming up soon. He is able to take that crab away with his team at.
Cheeky.
Swung his halberd. Kills the crab and now has vision in the river.
I like it. It is the Cloud Soul. Which team do you think would benefit more from it?
Okay, let's see. Benefit more from Cloud. I don't know. Hold on. Neither team loves Cloud, I think. Probably red team. It's more ultimates for GP. As we see both teams lining up, so I'll have to get back to that in a second if I can.
Yeah.
We see it's going to be a 5v5. Capitai engages on delivery man, forces his flash. We see a set tackle come down
nothing?
through package. So package made the tackle do nothing. Hamlet in the back line, he will go down.
With the big rocket.
But we see back to a 4v4.
Looks like blue team is winning, but Caitlyn will take down the Galio.
Yeah, red team actually wins out. Now it's a 4v4. Trade one kill for one so far. As red team will tag Drake up, probably look to pull it out. And actually, Capitai with a heroic play and a crazy Corky package. Like, I'm not even sure what happened there.
Blue team from the back.
Yeah, star
That's
opponent
coming
on the
in.
massive flank here. He gets the chain onto Applause, who will Zanya's now. The focus is that Clegg. Can they burst him down? I don't think so. Applause here. Hooked again. Star owner. Got on Applause. Makes it a 4v3. And flashes in. He's on
He
Jin
got a
now.
double
This
kill.
guy.
Nope.
We see Kenny with a really nice angle as well. Kent
Yeah,
State.
he TP'd in.
Kenny with a nice TP. And Kent State taking 2 members. And then they will also take that Cloud Drake. Drakes are 2-1. So despite Capitai's really nice play, they even things up. They use their TPs. That's Galio and Cled TP to get that third Drake. Wow. You can tell Kent State is putting everything on these Drakes right now, going after that soul, and putting everything on line to win that fight. So we'll have to see if BAR can use TP advantage to make plays of their own to get back in the game.
Looks like they will get this mid lane turret.
That wave gets cleared out. They don't get it quite yet.
Not yet.
But yeah, okay, a bit of a reset here. So, we can take another look. I don't think the timing of this was actually the best. I'm gonna see if it resets. Nope. Oh, this is what I was trying to pull up. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is after the fight was initially disengaged. So look here for the Cled TP if we got it. It's coming
It's on
in.
the blue ward and the bot side red jungle.
Yeah, I just missed it. So poor timing on my part. Sorry about that. But yeah, back to a bit of a neutral state here. Definitely advantage Kent State, but actually an even game gold-wise. So they're up 2 turrets to 1, 2 Drakes to 1, 8 kills to 1. But the gold lead only 2,500, something like that.
Oh, here comes in the gauge. Clad's looking to get the back line.
Yeah, star opponent on a massive engage. Capitai will all gather who has the Zanyas. Kate shuts down Cled, and they will also get Galio 2 for 0 bar.
Yeah.
And that's huge for them getting back in this game, especially when they're on the scaling
A
comp.
big EQ combo.
EQ combo coming in on Rekt, who will fight.
Looks like he's going to go down.
He will go down. It looked like he was going to stand his ground there with a W. He looked scary there, but BAR with another pickup. That's 3 for 0. They should be able to march mid, take this turret. Watch that goal lead actually turn. It's absolutely
And they're looking
even
for
now.
Baron.
Baron would be crazy right now.
20-minute Baron. 21-minute Baron.
They're crazy. We'll have to see. Well, they know. Remember, they know Galio and Cled no TPs, so they are punishing the double TP play that got them third Drake. And it's with an insane Baron start that might get turned. If they get this for free and walk out, I will be surprised. But it's
Galio
up to
does have all.
Condorex going first. They get the Baron. I don't even think they're stuck in pit.
Are they going to get out?
Jin runs by everybody. They're like, what about this guy? He will go down. He almost walked right out of there.
I know.
Like, he had no business in the game at all. But so they get GP, but they give up Baron, so that's huge for BAR. That's absolutely the turning point of this game. And I think Starponer diving tier 2 turret with Kled had a lot to do with the way BAR was able to turn that game. And this Corki GP scaling, both on Trinity, Mirror Mana stack for Corki. Kent State might be in bad shape, but we've seen them come back time and time again on this LSS stage, so I wouldn't be surprised if they found a way to even the game back up and cut things back to neck and neck.
Yeah, Galio tanked like 5 turret shots, and nobody... the Jinx in the center were not there to follow up on damage, so the Kled dive into the back line was just a bad play.
Yeah, that definitely could be the case. Possibly the delivery man and Condurex, they're like, we can't go that far because we don't have flash. If we walk up to turret to assist you on the dive, we could easily just get Cataclysm. So, yeah, a bit of a miscommunication. Definitely a big play. But the game feels eerily even to me, despite BAR having the Baron. We'll have to see if they can make a massive power play and get themselves an advantage to build off of and look for the game end with. And while we're at an even game state, shout out to CCP and Johnny Cage, the OG of all OGs.
Oh, it looks like Cork is going to go on this. Kled may go down here. No, with the flash, it gets out. No!
Hamlet with a flash over the wall to pick up that kill. Just an easy spot out. But as we see, Rect interrupts Capitize EQ with his own ultimate and will continue to pursue. But he might be too far now.
Jin TP's in.
Yeah,
Big
TP's
barrel.
coming out. Rect is the focus. Once he gets out of that Zanyas, he just gets popped. It's 1-0. I'm sorry. After the Corki solo play, it's 2-0. So BAR up 5 members to 3, pulling out this Drake, looking to even that up.
Yeah, no jungler on the other side of Kent State.
Yep, no jungle here, no contest. Drake will go over. They even that up. I don't think that Cloud was necessarily the most important. I think what's more important is the towers and the Baron push, the gold that they can get, and opening the map up. So we see Corki Kate hitting this turret, quite fearless.
Corki very powerful, taking down turrets with that Trinity Force done.
And I think BAR's on reset.
Oh, look,
we
they're
see
going in for an engage.
Flash
Kled.
W from Condurex. Collect goes in. Capitai ults, EQ's out. Galio with a huge 3-man taunt. And Jinx rockets are flying. She's looking for the cleanup, the triple, but goes down. Oh, does not go down. Quadra kill.
Quadra.
Picks up GP for the quadra kill. The delivery man delivering.
And they're just going to push mid lane.
They're pushing mid
They don't have a
lane.
wave, though.
There's no neutral to take. The wave will be there shortly, but you're darn right. They are going to push mid. Jinx loves hitting turrets, and after a hard day's work of shooting rockets, you get to
That
hit
was a
turrets.
big overstep by Boosted Animals right there. They had the Baron, and Kled just engages, and with Galio, it's just too much engage for Boosted Animals to disengage.
Yeah, huge props to Kenny finding that taunt. I think that is actually the play of that fight. But what I also noticed, we're pulling up a replay here. So we see there, oh no, this is already halfway through the fight.
Yeah, but I say you gotta go back.
It might reset. It doesn't reset, okay. You know what, we could pull it up again and watch Delivery Man here cleaning up on the Jinx. This is a different... Okay, here comes the engage. The flash W from Senna. Clegg goes in. The focus is Capitai, and that's the 3-man taunt there. The flash from Kenny absolutely setting up his Jinx for the Rockets. And
Kenny
once those come through,
penta.
it's a wrap.
Bad guy Kenny stealing the penta.
I mean, he made the play. And I've seen him make plays like that on Diana. This guy must just love getting in the middle of 3 or 4 champs and yoinking them all into him and setting up the delivery man for rockets over his shoulder. I've seen them do it with Diana Jinx, and now I see it with Galio Jinx. I think you need to start thinking about taking Delivery Man off of Jinx after this game because the looming threat of Jinx single-handedly outscaling your Corki GP is really scary, and that's something she can do if her Galio smurfs and gets her those 3-man taunts.
Yeah. She's already at the 3-item power spike. She's huge right now. 6-0 and 5. Infinity Edge done. Runins and... Oh, maybe a fight.
Yeah, Cloud with the engaged. Ezreal actually goes down to just a few rockets, and
She gets popped.
that looked all too free. So we'll have to take a look at the replay. I don't understand. Is this just the power of Kled Ultimate setting your team up? And
That's the last one. Looks like they're going straight for Baron, though.
well, let's get that out of the way. Then Jinx will melt the Baron. Kapitai in position to look for a steal. He's even in levels with Wrecked, so both with the same smite value. And Kent State's letting him
GP's all over the
50-50. He
top.
goes in with the ultimate.
They peel off Baron, though. They're going to kill him.
Yeah, they're just... Yep. So it looked like Kent State was going to go ahead and give Kapitai the 50-50 opportunity, but he went in at about 2K. Plenty of time for Kent State to switch focus from Baron to him, and despite his stopwatch, they just patiently wait. Props to them for not panicking, hitting Baron during that. And when he gets up from stasis, they knock him down. Now it is no longer 50-50.
Yeah, and Kent State might just look down and push down some towers now. Try to expand their gold lead. Up only 4,000.
Yeah, the gold lead is not that huge, so I don't necessarily think Kent State is running away with this game. It's actually pretty funny that Drakes are 2-2. And a 3K gold lead at 28 minutes, not that big of a deal. So after this Baron power play, I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. I think Baron will wear off as they set up for Drake. I call it a fairly even game. And that's because I'm factoring in the scaling of GP Corki versus Jinx.
Dragon coming up in 5 seconds.
Another thing to take a look at, the amount of bounty gold on Kent State is over 1,000. There is no available bounty gold for BAR. So BAR with an opportunity to just take a gold lead with a fight win here, which is definitely not impossible. Keep an eye on Corki with that package.
Both teams posturing. Trying to clear out vision.
And last thing I'll add before this fight, I don't think this Drake is do or die for either team. It's just third Drake, it's just Cloud Drake. And it will go to red team, it's BR.
Ooh.
And
Big cat out
it
of
engaged by Jarvan on 2 members as he gets out, but we're watching the Kled dive onto 4 members of BAR. He gets kited out and
Another
drops.
flash taunt.
Galio goes in on Hamlet. We'll be able to take him down. Jinx Rockets coming over the top.
Ooh.
A huge 2-man
Ooh.
facebreaker from Wrecked, but he actually gets kited with damage from
may go down here.
KGP. The Caitlyn Morgana duo actually really hard to get on top of. We saw Starponer get kited off. We saw Wreck get kited off and go down. He had a really nice 2-man facebreaker, but it actually didn't result in a kill. But at the end of the day, a 1 for 2. So Kapitai and Hamlet going down. And with low health bars, Kent State's like, do we siege with this HP or do we actually just reset? So they'll go ahead and look to reset as... My goodness.
My goodness.
This was for days ago. Okay, I'll get the next one. Alright, and okay, so again, this game actually kind of even. And I know that sounds crazy. If you look at the kills, it's 20-8, but the gold lead is only less than 4K. And remember that standing bounty gold. Kent State actually getting a chunk of that in that last fight. I believe a bounty on Kled went over, 200, if I'm not mistaken. If they can win a fight and get that Jinx bounty, suddenly they could be ahead in gold given that they win a fight. It's only 3 Drakes to 2. It's only Cloud Soul. So I do think this is a relatively even game. Woo! Pretty good game so far.
Mm-hmm. Pretty bloody so far, but like you said, still even.
Yeah, I just think it's relatively even given what we can see. I think it looks like Kent's further ahead than they really are. GP completing Leandries. What do you think about that? Have you seen Leandries on GP? It's been popping up in the
No,
Pro.
I haven't seen that, actually. Interesting pick.
Yeah, really interesting. I mean, once you get the 2 Silver Serpent upgrades on the GP Ultimate, it's an extremely OP spell, and it's actually, in my opinion, like half the reason why you pick GP is that spell. It's just such a strong spell. If the enemy team is looking to siege your base, take Baron, you could drop on top of them with the Leandries. It's just so much AP damage. Also, your orange heals you for a bit more with some AP, so... And then your Qs will burn people for % health, but it's mostly just about that R and how much flat, like, damage you can drop on the top of enemy teams. Pretty crazy ability.
Both teams just farming up.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some action here, at least some vision control related action in the next 40 seconds before Drake comes up. We see a few blue wards in Bar's top red quadrant that they're clearing out here. That's going to be really important for them to not walk into Fog of War and add a vision disadvantage just moments before Baron. So they'll likely group up, take out some wards like we saw, so that they can make a look. And we see Condrax dropping wards. Like I said, this quadrant really important here. Kapitai unspotted, hanging out in the bush. He knows he might have to go in for a steal opportunity or even a contest soon. Or a pick. He could Cataclysm this Senna and get her flash. Ooh, is it binding hits? They don't have members, actually. 4 Kent State members here versus just Kapitai and Applause at that moment.
Hammett has package. Could be big for the next team fight.
Yeah, and we see both teams in a 4-1. This is a pretty tricky situation here. Baron's up, but also Drake is spawning, and that's Soul for BAR, right? So you'd think they would want to prioritize that. But they're actually prioritizing the Baron over Soul. I don't think you would want to go for Soul if it means Kent State gets Baron and you get Cloud Soul. I'm not sure if that's a trade they're willing to take. I think it's actually up in the air, but we see BAR moving from their 4-1 into a 5-man unit on Drake. It's collapsing on the Kled, who will have to... Oh, Galio with a huge ulti follow-up. Gets hit by Dark Binding. Cataclysm on 2 as well. It's a fight at multiple fronts. We see Star Poner 1v2ing the Morgana, Jarvan, and Corky as he's up there. Delivery Man getting crits on Jin. This is a blowout. Kent State wins it. Jinx Rockets coming in. She's looking for another Quadra. There's the triple. She has red buff. They're running a Baron while Set doing his the dirty work, picking up Drake. But huge Kent State fight. They run straight to Baron. That's free. You got more gold on the Jinx. She's 4 items already.
This may be the game after this.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they pick up Baron, and then things just kind of look easy now. The gold lead, it's crazy. It's only 6K. It seems like this gold lead will not grow, but with this Baron, I'm with you. I think they start looking for structures, and they look to close the game out.
They can look to siege.
Yeah, huge fight from Kent State there, as we saw the delivery man able to get multiple rockets on high-profile members. And I don't know about you, but my eyes were on Star Poner as he battled Morgana, Caitlyn, and the Corky follow-through. Was able to just 1v3 the whole front of the fight, while his team was able to have another advantageous front of the fight. So Star Poner.
Hey, like you were talking earlier, he picked up that Death Dance, a little more survivability.
Oh, for sure. Broken item. Don't nerf. I abuse it.
Please don't nerf.
But we see BAR licking their wounds here, attending to these Baron waves if possible. A 4-1 lineup. You have Star Poner top side, no TP. You have 4 members bot taking that tier 2, which BAR will have to give under these circumstances. Hamlet with proper wave clear, but gets chunked.
Ooh, big chunk.
Here's the 1v1 in the top. I think it's diveable from Kled, but it probably takes so much time that you just want to let your team
I think
use
you're just
their
going to let
pressure.
the Canyonmans auto attack.
Let the minions do most of the tower sieging. That's what you do as a melee champion. Oh, we see that big 635 crit coming from Jinx. With her rapid and the Storm Razor, that's legitimate poke damage. And I talked about the range of Caitlyn Morgana versus Jinx. Corki, GP. Can you zone this Jinx away? And it just looks like she's at a stage in the game, 37 minutes, where her rockets are too threatening for them to walk up to her. As
And
we
then we'll
see.
be taking down 2 inhibs.
Yeah, and if you want, if you're Kent State, you could just be happy with that and go ahead and get a reset in and then look to focus that mid lane down. I think that's what they're going to do. Or you can elect to use as much Baron as possible. So yeah, no reset. They must not be dying to buy anything. Oh. We'll have to see on this next mid-wave whether or not they look to siege it. Kate understands this as well, sets up a bit of a trap line. Going to be hard for any of those melee champs to get through that. But right now, they're just looking for Jinx rockets. Senna able to auto-attack the turret without threat.
Yeah. Senna's got that range.
Oh, here comes a huge GP ulti. Kapitai will engage. Set responds with engage of his own. Galio in the middle of 3. Can he taunt? He taunts 2, but will actually drop pretty quickly as Kleb will follow up on applause. She will drop the delivery man. Watch his crits. Watch his rockets. 1, 2. We'll take out
Penta.
the Corki. 3, 4. We'll take out the Kate. Oh, he cannot reach Jin, and respectfully, he's going for the game win instead of the Penna. A lot of players there would have ran it straight into the fountain.
I would have went to the Penna.
Actually, can still look for the Penna, but
Nope, just gonna end the game.
delivery man always shows up. He'll never run into the fountain. That's why he's the delivery man. He always shows up. All right, let's take another look if we can.